Hello, trucking friends. Welcome. It's Megan Maria, your Chalk Couture independent designer. We're going to make the beginnings of my Valentine's Day mantle. Oh, love Valentine's Day. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. It's one of my absolute favorite holidays. It's the celebration of love. Love, 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 love. And right, we should all celebrate love like all the time because love is amazing, right? So we need a cool Valentine's Day mantle. So we're going to get started on it tonight. In the next couple nights, we're going to make pieces to kind of fill it in and make it look zhuzhy and pretty and, you know, all those things that you should do for Valentine's Day. It is one of my absolute positive favorite holidays because it's a celebration of love. And if you have been a viewer for a while, you know how I feel about it because you can't be a viewer for a while and not know how I feel about it. Every year, it's a celebration of love. And I drive my children insane because ever since they were little, I would say, do you know what Valentine's Day is? And their response would be, it's the celebration of love. Love, 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 love. So every single year since, well, Christopher's going to be 20. So it's been a long time that we have celebrated the celebration of love. So if you've been around for a while, I'm sorry, but you'll hear it again 5 million times between now and Valentine's Day because it's just how I feel about it. It's a great day. So what we're going to make tonight is I have a couple of Valentine's Day transfers out. I have a really cool surface that I am excited to create on, but quite honestly, not all the transfers fit. So I'm trying to get creative with it, and I decided you guys might as well see my process as to how I get creative when the transfer just isn't quite right size-wise, but you really want to make something with it. So what I have here is a big surface. If you remember, we made one of these at Christmas. I want to say, yep, it's a 24-inch square ceiling tile. It's a tin ceiling tile, so it is magnetic, I believe. So if you wanted to stick some magnets on it, you could do that as well. But it's big, and it has this very cool embossed, maybe, stamped wreath in the middle of it. At Christmas, I have these in red also, which actually we could do red for Valentine's Day too. But we're doing black. So at Christmas we had a red one and we put Merry Christmas in the middle of it and it was beautiful and it sat on my mantle all Christmas season. So in my mind I need to switch it up because the red one has been sitting there since we made it, which I think was at the end of November. So it's time to do a different color and change up the sentiment. So I'm going to pull out and show you some of the Valentine's Day transfers so that you can see them, and then I'm going to show you because they don't quite fit in here. And I'm fairly confident my ruler landed on the floor. It did. So I want to say this is a 10-inch circle. So the transfers are just a little bit too big. So we're going to play with that. Hello, Miss Nevada Nicole. Welcome, everybody. So I'm Megan Maria. I'm a Chalk Couture independent designer. Best job in the whole wide world, because it's not really a job. It's really just fun. I get to create beautiful things. I get to hang out with you guys, and I get to show you how to use this amazing product. Chalk Couture offers adhesive silkscreen transfers, Chalkology paste, couture ink, surfaces that you can create on, and all the accessories you need to make chalking super easy and super, super fun. If you want to check out any of the amazing products, you can go right to www.chalkcouture.com/MakingMaria, and you can see all of the amazing transfers that we are going to use this evening. You know, now that I'm thinking about it, maybe our Club Couture transfer for this month would look good on here. The question would be, where did Maria put that? So while I'm talking, I'm going to look for my transfer for the Club Couture transfer. Because, you know, if you've ever been in this room, you know what this room looks like, right? There's transfers everywhere. And they just, you know, they kind of explode into non-stop. Here we go. Maybe you and me with the ampersand. Maybe we'll do that one. Hello, Miss Verge. Thank you, Nevada Nicole, for sending me out into the world. I greatly appreciate it. So if anybody who can take the time to do that, it really does help me when you hit that button. So thank you, thank you. So I'm going to show you kind of our options, but my goal is this is going to be the beginning piece of our Valentine's Day mantle. A couple different things that we're going to make for our Valentine's Day mantle. We're going to make a really cute little banner out of some stuffies with some fabric that we're going to chalk on. We've got our wood cutout hearts. We've got lots of really cute signs that we can make. Hello, Miss Maddie. Welcome. All right, so this is our surface. Super cool. And we could use our Club Couture transfer because the amp and stand does fit in it. And we could do you and me kind of off to the side. That might not be a bad option. One of the other options is Love Knows No Boundaries. This does not fit because it goes over the edge, because this is where the edge is. But I was thinking the love fits almost perfectly in the center, and we could do the love and our little crazy lips from the Hugs and Kisses transfer, or the XOXO, and maybe some hearts. So I was thinking maybe love and some little smoochers on there. And then the other transfer that I had out was the best thing to hold on to in life is each other. Audrey Hepburn said that, but we'd have to skip the Audrey Hepburn part. But we could get this part in it. My problem with this is it's got that straight line orientation. And I would like it better if it was centered because of the circle. So I'm totally on the fence with this one. So I guess your two choices are love, which would be really cute with the little smoochers, or, well, let's cut this one out, you and me, because I think it's just, again, it's just a little smidgy-widgy too big. So we kind of have to play with them. So this is our Club Couture transfer for the month. Oh, where's my transfer trimmers? I've been creating in the other room. So I hate that when I do that and I leave my stuff in the other room. So I gotta just plain old everyday scissors. Not that you can't always. Nicole likes the Club Couture transfer. I do too. I love the amp and stand, and I think the amp and stand would be super cute, cool on this. You know, because it's kind of regal, right? And we could do me, you, and me. It is that just that smidgy-widgy too big. But we could do you and me. What do you think of that? Okay, that would be cool. Maybe we should do this one. We don't even need the little heart guy. This one also comes with a heart. Let's do this. We haven't done the Club Couture transfer yet, so we should, right? Club Couture is an amazing program where once a month you get a transfer, a B-size transfer, which is normally $14.99. You get a B-size transfer and 3 paste packets in the mail for $19.99 with free shipping. So it's a really nice way to kind of get your feet wet with chalking, as well as kind of grow your color, because you get all the little paste packets. It kind of gives you an opportunity to play with different colors and see what they really look like in person. And it gives you an opportunity to grow your collection of transfers. So they're very versatile. They're usually, you can find many different ways to create with them because our transfers are reusable. So you can use them over and over and over again and make all kinds of different combinations of things, and you can totally get creative with them, which is one of the best things about them. And this month, Club Couture members have all kinds of specials and deals going for them, right? So I did post that in the Making Maria Crafty community as well as out here, because there's the January Kickstart promotion as well with all these great transfers, and Club Couture members have an opportunity to get 1, 2, or all 3 of them for free. And I misquoted last night. I said to get all 3 of them you had to do $150, and it's not $150, it's $125. So it's a great option. So you can also do a surface and get a surface for free. So there's just, you know, club members is really where it's at, because they get all kinds of extra added perks. I think we're gonna do, maybe we'll do you and me at an angle. I don't really like it at an angle though. I'm always much more of a straight on. Let's do the amp and stand, and then we will go from there. So I'm gonna take my transfer and I'm gonna carefully remove it from its backer sheet. It's a very sticky, so it has a silk screen in it, and it's a vinyl. It's super, super sticky. And I'm going to put it on tin. So because I'm going to put it on tin, I need to wash that cloth. I'm going to do a step called fuzzing. And what I'm doing is I'm taking up the lint from my terry cloth towel and making my transfer not quite as sticky. So how is everybody doing today? Did everybody have a good Monday? Is everybody getting ready for Valentine's Day? You got your Christmas decorations down? Because you got to get your Christmas decorations down in order for us to start putting up Valentine's Day. So come on, people. Let's get busy. Okay, so I need to make sure that I'm straight so that I want my amp and stand centered and straight. It is going to slightly go up the wreath. I don't think that that's going to be too big of a deal. And then we're going to do you and me. It looks crooked, doesn't it? So because this is tin, my transfer really wants to stick to it. So just make sure that when you go to pull your transfer off, you are pulling carefully, that you're not pulling too hard on it. Okay. Try this again. That looks, doesn't it still look crooked up here? I have to look at you guys because this is big, so it's hard to see. Yeah, it's crooked. It needs to come down a little bit. So carefully pull it when you go to pull it off. Because it really stuck. There we go. Sometimes when they're big like this, I have to stand up. I'm going to. Hang on. That's what happens when the surface is so big. Okay, but now what I've done... Hello, Miss Rhonda. Welcome to our chucking party. I've moved it over so far over. See, if the me, we could do me and you. That would actually work a little bit better because the me is smaller and I have more space down here than I have up here. But for me, wouldn't proper English be you and me, not me and you? Okay, my smart, very smart. We are an educational chalking show. I'm just saying, we learn a lot of things. Like I learned that the name of this is an amp and stand from Jenny Moeller, who was watching us one night, and one of them came up and she is a teacher, and she knew the proper English for what this crazy thing is really called. For me, it was always called the and sign. But look, it has a name. So what would proper English be? You and me or me and you? Anybody? Anybody? Bueller? And while you're helping me with my proper English, I am going to chalk the amp and stand. So I'm just going to do white because y'all know me. I love, 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 love black and white. Overlap the words. Yeah, I think so too, Nicole. Would you overlap the words, Nicole, on the wreath, or would you overlap the words on the amp and stand? Because I can go either way. Both are an option. Okay, so I'm going to open up my chalk paste and I'm going to give it a stir. I want my chalk paste to be creamy. And if it's not creamy, I'm going to give it a drink. Just going to give it a little spray of water and stir it up some more. And it will immediately become creamy. Sometimes you got to do 2 sprays. It depends on how dry it is. You just want to give it a stir and get it creamy again. You want it to be a creamy consistency. You don't want to add too much water though, because if you add too much water, then you potentially will end up with a bleed. Okay, I'm going to take my squeegee. This is sticky. What did I get all over my squeegees? There's an angled side to my squeegee and a flat side. The angled side is, trying to get it so you guys can focus in, but it's really bright over there. The angled side is the front of my squeegee, the flat side is the back. So I take my squeegee, I dip it in my chalk paste, and I simply scrape it across my silk screen. This is very easy. Absolutely, positively, anybody can do this. This is a fun transfer for our little club guy. Just because let's think of all the purposes that you can use this amp and stand for. And I think the sentiment, like you could do Mr. and Mrs. with some of the fonts. I just think there's all kinds of fun things that you can make with this guy. Really good for bridal shower, wedding season. Okay, so I am scraping it and making sure that I'm evenly covered and I don't have any lines. And I'm going to carefully remove it. You and me. Everybody's saying you and me. Okay, thank you. So I'm going to carefully pull my transfer because it is very stuck now, because now I have attached or applied the pressure from my squeegee, so now it's even more stuck. Notice I'm rocking it back and forth and I'm pulling it from the corners or directly from the middle. You do not want to pull it diagonally because it is fabric and you don't want to stretch it, because if you stretch it, then you'll end up with a distorted image the next time you go to create the transfer. I take this, I stick it in my water bath that's next to me. I'm going to rinse it with cool water, and when it's dry, I'm going to put it back on its handy dandy little backer sheet, and that's how I store them so that I can use again. Okay, that's cool. Look at how big it is. It like perfectly fits inside of there too. So I got chalk everywhere. So I'm going to wash off the chalk I got everywhere. That's the beauty of chalk, right? It's actually dried up chalk. I thought it was wet, but it ended up being dried from when I opened up. I do tend to wipe then off any residue because I use baby wipes and they have something in them, you know, to protect your little baby's bottom. There's something in them. Okay, I'm gonna dry because I am gonna do a little bit of layering. Now I could do the you and me in red, but I don't want to, because I want, this is something that you really could create. It's not screaming Valentine's Day to me. It's just really a fun thing. So you could leave this out all year, but I think if you put red on it, you're really gonna make it Valentine's Day. So that's why I'm gonna stick with the black and white, and they do happen to be my favorites. I tend to create a lot with black and white just because it's what I like. And if you're gonna create something, you might as well create it with the colors that you like, right? Okay. So I really wanna make sure that my chalk is dry because I am going to layer. So I'm gonna stick our little me in here. I'm gonna stick our little you up here. The U is the problem, obviously, because it has more letters. So I'm gonna take, oops, I need to write on the back of it. I'm going to write U. And then I'm going to write me. Ooh, Kristen. Raspberry sorbet would be beautiful. Raspberry sorbet is a fun color. It's kind of a fuchsia pink. I do kind of like raspberry sorbet. Kristen, you know me too well. I have a song running through my head that was me and you. It was a couple singing it. Verge. I don't know. Fuzz. Yep, thank you, Nicole. I do need to fuzz, definitely. I don't know. I could possibly be persuaded to the raspberry sorbet. No, I'm sticking clean and classic with white. So raspberry sorbet would be cute though, or pretty. Raspberry sorbet is a very vibrant fuchsia color. So I'm gonna fuzz the heck out of my little you and me now, because not only am I putting it on tin, but I'm also layering it over the existing chalk that I just put down. And if it's too sticky, it's gonna pull that chalk off your surface. Hello, Fancy Nancy. So you do wanna really make sure you're doing some good old-fashioned fuzzing. So I think we're gonna go you. Oops, I got a big old chunk of fuzz. I gotta get that out. Hello, Lori Baker. Lori, I hope you had an amazing holiday. I love your posts. You make me smile. I can't tell you how many times a day, Lori. Okay, so I'm just gonna stick the U down. Looking a little crooked again, so take your time. You could measure. It's just not who I am. And you know, you gotta know who you are. I'm not a measurer. I'm a washer-offer if it doesn't work. Which is the beauty of chalk. I don't have to measure because I can wash it off. That really looks crooked to me. Yep, it does. Okay, and I'm gonna stick our U on. Or me, sorry. We're moving on to me. Yeah, U is really crooked. We need to fix that. But I think by sticking with white, this really could be a classic everyday piece of home decor, and it's not necessarily screaming Valentine's Day, but it's also going to be a very nice centerpiece in my Valentine's Day mantle. I have always decorated for Valentine's Day. In fact, I'd be more likely to decorate for Valentine's Day than I would be for any other holiday, just because it's the celebration of love. Okay. Can you be any... Hello, Miss Wendy. Oh, Wendy, you are so funny. Say hello to your amazing husband. I was just thinking about you guys the other day. All right, so now let's get the U on here, but let's try to get straight because, you know, Miss Fancy Nancy, I am chalking on a ceiling tile. It's a 24-inch tin ceiling tile. You buy them, I buy them on the internet because I can't find them locally anywhere. At least not that I've looked anywhere locally. Can I find them? There's a website for ceiling tiles. You can just Google ceiling tiles and lots of websites come up. This is a matte black finish. I've also got them in red. They're not super expensive depending on what color you get. The color kind of decides the price. Maybe we'll stick this up a little bit higher so that they're kind of... It looks crooked though. All right, I gotta get straight here. It looks crooked. You need to move over a little. You needs to move over a little. Which way, Nicole? Towards the amped stand? I mean, we could overlap them if we wanted to. The lining up is always the hardest part. You needs to move over a little. Thank you, Miss Rhonda. It is a beautiful surface. The only thing I would tell you about them is they're not super flimsy, but they are flimsy. So when it comes to storage, you have to be careful that you don't dent them, because that's really the concern, would be denting them and putting a gouge in them. I think it's crooked. It is crooked. Yes, unless you want it on the ring. I don't think that there's no way I can avoid not having part of it on the ring unless I go completely over the letter. And I'm okay with it being a little bit on the letter. Okay, I think I'm good. So yeah, just this little tiny bit of the Y is going to be in the ring. Does it look straight? The me is going up. I got to bring me down. This is the hardest part, not actually applying the chalk. Lining things up is always the hardest part. Okay. Still looks like it's going up. I think that's actually just the way the letters go, but I think I want to bring it I want to bring the E down but leave the M alone. There's no good way to do that. Okay, let's try that. See if that worked. That worked. All right. So I think I'm straight. And now we're just going to get the U and the me. I'm going to really make sure I seal this section of the Y. Ooh, Sarah, that's not a bad idea. Put the you and the me out here. I hadn't even thought of that. Now I got them all lined up, though I don't want to take them off. I finally got them lined up. Isn't that funny? I finally get them lined up, and now it's like, oh yeah, I could put them out here, totally. I could. But I've lined them up. That's a really good idea though, Sarah. Darn it. All right, so Fancy Nancy thought the same thing. Look at that. Isn't that funny how you see a surface and you see it in a certain way and then you only see it that way? And like, it never even dawned on me to put it out there. But we're gonna try it. We can always wash it off if it looks really bad. I don't think it's going to look really bad, but you could always wash it off. Okay, take your squeegee, dip it in your chalk paste, scrape it over your silk screen. It's as easy as this gets. This would be good in raspberry sorbet, Kristen. You're right. It would have looked good that way. Put your excess chalk paste right back in your chalk container because you can continue to use it. Smooth out any lines that you have. Oh, Verge thought that. See, you guys are all so much smarter than me. This is why it takes a village to raise Maria. Okay, so we have you. Stick this in my water bath, rinse it with cool water, let it dry, or dry it with a towel. Put it right back on my backer sheet, and it's good to go to be used again. And then we got me. Isn't that funny how it's like, okay, what is proper English? Like, it's just like I can't spell anymore because of spell check. I got lazy in my old age. Okay, I was lazy in my younger age too. Okay, so I'm carefully pulling off the me. Okay, this is cute. Okay, I'm gonna dry it so that you can see it better. Chalk paste is shiny until it's dry. When it's dry, it dries matte and finish. And then it's easier for you guys to see it. Plus, I don't smear it by sticking my finger in it as I'm moving it around to show it to you guys. Hey, Alessandra. I also thought you could put initial. Oh, you could put initials in that, but that was. You guys are so smart. So I have just a little itty bitty teeny weeny bleed of chalk. That's because this is on this curved part. So I just take my little detail tool, I go right in there, it comes right off. That's what this hard pointy end of your detail tool is for. You just got to be careful that you don't scrape your surface. Okay. Voila! And we have you and me. Okay, this is going to look amazing on our Valentine's Day mantle. It's even better than I thought it was going to be. Don't you love it when that happens? When you create something and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, that's even better than I thought it was going to be. Awesome. All right, so this is our January Club Couture transfer. The Club Couture shipped today, right? Yep. Club Couture transfers shipped today. So for those of you that are club members, they are on their way to you. So you will get this amazing transfer plus 3 paste packets delivered to your door in the next week. It's all about shipping, right? Shipping is crazy right now, still crazy. So they're on their way to you. The Club Couture transfer, or Club Couture is a monthly subscription service where once a month, the 5th of the month, every 5th of the month, your transfer ships to you. It's $19.99 a month. You get the transfer and 3 paste packets and free shipping. So it's truly $19.99 a month. It's a very nice way to get introduced to chalk and kind of grow your chalk collection. It's a surprise too. It's a mystery what we get every month. We know a little bit in advance, but not a ton in advance. Unless they do like last month where they sent them out early to the wrong people and we all knew for a really long time this one was the one that was coming. But that's rare that they make that kind of mistake. But it also, because you're a club member, then you are eligible for all the specials and deals. And right now, there's the amazing special going on for the January Kickstart program transfers. It's the 3 transfers that say show up. All kinds of different things that you can make with those transfers. So that one is out there. And it's basically it's very easy to earn those transfers for free. There's 3 transfers, you can earn them for free very easily. And club members also have an option once they spend a certain amount of money on the website to get a reclaimed surface for free as well. So there's some, and you can get both as a club member. So it's really kind of a nice little way to get extra added specials and deals. But this is our creation with the club. I will take a picture of it tomorrow on my mantle, but it's going to look very lonely because we have a lot of creating to do for Valentine's Day. We need to get busy. We need to get our stuff up there. So just know it's the beginning of the mantle, and we'll take pictures of it throughout. You could even put XO and smooches. Oh, yes, you could. You could totally put XOs and smooches on the outside. You could put the little heart down here. But I'm trying to truly not make it a Valentine's Day decoration because I want to be able to use it more than just for Valentine's Day. For this particular piece, I think with the actual transfer and other things that you can make, go to town. But for this particular piece, it will probably end up in my bedroom after it ends up on my Valentine's Day mantle. So that's all I got for you. I think I got all the questions answered. If you have any, message me. I kind of like to see how it would look in the you and me in the corners. Yeah. You guys are smart. You guys are very, very smart. Okay, that's all I got for you. I make a live demo video every night at 9 o'clock Central Standard Time, so come on back tomorrow night. We will create more as we grow in the next week on our Valentine's Day. We're going to make some stuffies one of these days, which I've not made stuffies yet, so that could be entertaining with a hot glue gun and Maria's fingers. So if you're looking for entertainment value, come on back. In the meantime, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to message me. Otherwise, you can find all these amazing products at www.chalkcouture.com/makingmaria, as well as there's the Making Maria's Crafty community. I have missed you too, Lori Baker. It was hot. It was weird to take some time off and not make videos, so it's nice to be back. And thank you. I love how it turned out too. Thank you, Lori. All right, so that's all I got for you tonight. I will be back at you tomorrow night. Have an amazing Wednesday, and I will see you guys soon. Thanks for hanging out with me.